What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tiny Tim and I'm back. And we talking about The Walking Dead this week. And okay, they updated the list. They updated the episode list. Okay, whatever. I was wrong. But AMC The Walking Dead's Instagram page, you're at fault for showing me only the first 4 episode titles. You're sure to show me all 8. But I don't know where I'm going to put the graphic at, but all 8 are posted. Whatever. Okay, now we're talking about season 11, the final episodes, part 2. But before I get started, please make sure you like and subscribe and make sure you turn on your bell for notifications so you know when I go live again and post a video about The Walking Dead's final episodes. House of the Dragon, the last couple of episodes. She-Hulk, and a lot more things to come. So please, go ahead and make sure you hit the subscribe button and you hit the like button. And you turn on your bell for notifications. And follow me on all socials at TinyTimGaming3. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, last week's episode, we ended off with we started off the episode with a Judith voiceover and some flashbacks to some things with a lot of the original cast members, like the Ricks and the Glens of the world, and the Daryls and the Merrills, and everybody from season 1 and 2, pretty much before she was born. She was already conceived, because that ain't Rick's baby, but, you know, little history lesson there. But, yeah, so we started off with a voiceover. But when we ended last week's episode, we were in the sewer with a Mexican standoff. Everybody remember? Put your guns down. Right, everybody's pointing guns at everybody in the sewer, and shit's weird. How is Daryl and Maggie and them gonna get out of this, right? So, I really didn't foresee them getting out of that. Somebody should have died. Somebody should have really gone down. But the reason we didn't see Mercer with Negan in the Commonwealth is because Mercer and the governor went to go stop Mr. Hornsby and his stormtroopers. And that's who enters and saves the day. Mercer takes the one little walker down, they tell everybody to lower their weapons. And I'm like, all right, I guess, how the fuck they know where they was at, but whatever, okay. Cool story. But I just feel like the tide is turning when it comes to the governor and how she's approaching this situation. And I kind of fuck with it for now. But I really feel like it was a dope intro because whole time Daryl's ready to take a body. And here comes Carol with Mercer like, yo, it's all good. We squashed it. Nah, not like this. Not like this. I already talked to them. I'm going to fill you in, but you just got to put the knife down. And he like, man, fuck all that, yo. What did you do? I'm going to tell you, just take the knife off main man neck. Like, you know, just put it down. And Mercer, like, because Mercer and Daryl have had that conversation before. He's like, you know, not like this, Dixon. You know, there's ways to do it. You choosing sides now? No, I ain't choosing sides. I just don't want nobody to die because things have changed that way. So we got to handle it a certain way. And here go Mercer trying to play by the rules. Bro, Mercer's going to have to pick a side. And I really foresee Mercer switching sides to the Daryl and them side. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like that's going to switch over soon. Soon enough, because he's already tried to get Rosita and, you know, last episode. And I really feel like soon enough, shit's going to have to switch over and he's going to have to pick a side. But we did get to see Daryl like, all right, cool. But for all that bullshit you put me through in this little village, I'll take your hand, bitch. He gonna live. But he gonna have a hole in his hand, but he gonna live. Big ass Rambo knife through his fucking hand. Psst. Yeah, start whining like a little bitch then. Fucking Hornsby and his bumper curl. Get on my nerve. So they pull Hornsby out the sewer and got him hog-tied, sitting in a field, probably sitting on the anthill, but don't matter because, you know, fuck you and your butthole. You just gonna have to get that work. He's whining and bitching to Hornsby. And the governor walk up like, yo, what the fuck? Hey, my man, you know what? You're cut off. You're cut off. I'm through with your shenanigans. You're gonna stand trial and this is this. And I'm like, all right, yo. I mean, it's a little too little, like too little too late. But at the same time, I like the way the governor's handling it because he was supposed to be her right hand. And she pretty much put him in his place like, bro, you're not my right hand. You're the puppet that I need you to be. And two things happen with that conversation for me. It's like, yeah, you put him in his place. That's what I wrote down. You put him in his place. But at the same time, it's like you showing another side to you that's like, Why couldn't we get this governor before to start putting people in their place? You that absent-minded, oh, everything is hunky-dory over here in the Commonwealth. That shit can't fly. And it started to bleed out in that scene for me. Like, you got a lot else going on, other shit going on. But now Hornsby is fucking that up for you somehow. So now you got to put him in his place. You got to put him in his prison cell, stand trial, not only for the shit that he did, but the shit that he also did, and try to have her son accused for it. Now you got to save the Milton name. Now you fucking up my legacy. So she's really going to come down on him. Somebody got to pay the price. And like Carol says, somebody's got to be responsible. Somebody's got to fall on this sword. And it's got to be Hornsby, because he out here fucking with these people. You know, he's trying to cut people down, and Daryl and Negan and all them handling business in the village with them Jeeps and stuff last week we saw. But she got to put him in his place. It has to happen. He has to be checked. He cannot go unchecked. And that was the whole point, that Daryl and Rosita and everybody that were in the village, the Connies and the Kellys, to try to expose what was going on with the Milton family. But it wasn't the Milton family. It was Hornsby operating under the Milton family name on behalf of the Commonwealth, just to, make a name for himself, to protect his outside interests, whatever it is. She like the governor, like, nah, yo, fuck all of what you talking about. That shit's dead. And he said something like, you know, the alliances that I have outside of the Commonwealth, and this. And for me, I'm always looking for Easter eggs, okay? Because we were sold a bill of goods somewhere in the final season promotion for part 1. We were sold a bill of goods as, is Rick gonna come back? He flew off with Jadis, and the world beyond tells us that Jadis mentions Rick, but don't say where he went. And it just, it's kind of fuck with me. Like, y'all fucking with us now. Get to the point. I will say this was a dope intro for the episode. Yet again, it was not a bad episode. I do feel like there were some things where I'm just like, all right, yo, all right now. But those things, and I'm going to get to those in a second, just kind of felt like the writing's on the wall. It's been evident in the first 10 seasons that when you stick to this formula of storytelling, it becomes too predictable. It is 100% too predictable, especially with this show. And I will say, for somebody who watches a lot of TV and movie, this show gave me the open my eyes to the formula to get that feeling, that vibe, that this form of storytelling means something bad about to happen, something bad about to go down, and something bad happened. Whole time they bring Hornsby back to him. He hog-tied. He's got his mouth all tied up, hands behind his back. He gonna stand justice, and he gonna be locked up and all this other stuff. Pamela's making this announcement to the village people who ready to burn that motherfucker down because they still want the son, but they ready to burn the shit down, especially after being tear gas. They like, all right. I mean, you see a couple people in the crowd like, man, this bitch lying, yo. She fucking lying, yo. Some corrupt shit going on here in Commonwealth, but let's see what she got to say. So she say all that, and we flash to Eugene, who we didn't see last week, standing with his boo, and this is after we done struck the new deal. Carol done struck the new deal, and she's like, yo, we can be out. Pamela's going to give us our resources to help at least get us back on our feet, sustain us for a little bit, get us on our feet, and then we're going to handle the rest. We can leave. We are free to leave. They just want Hornsby alive. So we can be out, take a couple resources with us to rebuild it and start our shit up and be left alone. And they not going to come for us. And all they want is Hornsby. Seem a little shaky to me, but Daryl took the apple as a piece of, like, yo, all right, whatever, yo, give me this apple, yo. All right, yo, I agree for now, but they come for us, yo, we got to kill everybody. That's just the way I thought it should have went. Maggie standing in the corner like, yeah, what he said, I'm with it, but they come for us, yo, it's a rat, I'm killing everybody. That's how it should go. But I think Pamela is now, she got her eyes open to what Hornsby was doing behind her back, fucking with people that she didn't even know existed. So, but after Carol strikes the new deal, we get a flash of Eugene, and Eugene's trying to get his boo Max to come with. And I'm like, all right, This was part number one of the writings on the wall. Okay, something bad is about to happen. Anytime, and this is number one, I'm going to say it flat, and then I'm going to give you the next times it happened in the episode. It all happened like 3 times in the episode, 4 times in the episode. But this is the first time in the episode where we got that vibe that, why don't you come with me? We can live happily ever after. That happily ever after shit don't work in the apocalypse. That's why the Commonwealth is built on lies and distrust and all kinds of secrets, and rich get rich to stay rich and the poor stay poor. The picked lottery winners, that bullshit. Like, this is why it happens the way it happens in the Commonwealth. It works for them. But outside them walls, that happy-go-lucky, happily ever after shit don't fucking work. Now here he go, saying the same shit Abraham said to the French braid John. Yo, we could probably start a family. We could do it, baby. If Maggie could do it, we could do it. Got his head split. And the first thing he say is, well, you can come with us, man. New change of scenery. You know, come live with us. She like, oh, man, that's a dope offer. That's a dope offer. But looking at Mr. Shenanigans Sebastian over there, she like, oh, I got some shit to handle first. But that's number one. That's the first ingredient for a recipe of disaster. Someone in that equation is going to die. That's part one. Eugene, Max, or Shenanigans Sebastian. So then we get a whole nother look at Lydia and the black dude who we haven't seen in fucking episodes. Like the last time we seen them, the dude was riding up to the compound at Hilltop, fucked up, because she was about to leave. And he was about to go with her. It's just weird. But now, you know, we see her again, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck happened to you? Okay, whatever. And the black dude putting his hand all on her shoulder and shit. I'm like, oh, okay, they done made a thing official. They done made it official now. She probably gonna lie to him too. She a traitor to everybody else, and she will always forever be the traitor girl. We don't trust her. She flips sides too many times, flip floppies and shit. But yeah, and then we see another somber greeting or an exit of Lydia hugging Carol and Lydia hugging Daryl. And then we see Daryl and Judith just standing there while Aaron gives Gracie, his daughter, a hug because he about to ride with Jerry, Aaron, Lydia, and the black dude about to go to Oceanside or some bullshit and set up shop and make sure they prepared to welcome people in and got everything squared away. And I'm like, it just seemed like next week somebody on the road that done ventured off is going to perish. Like we could do without Lydia and the black dude. I'm pretty sure one or two of them could perish and I'll be all right. But I just the vibe was there. This is part 2 of somebody in this equation is going to die. Carol, Daryl, Lydia, black dude, Judith, Aaron, Jerry. Somebody out of these 8-9 people finna die. This is part 2 now. And I'm like, all right, this feels more like a final episode or second to last or third to last episode than a 7th to last episode. You feel what I'm saying? Like somebody's finna die out of this combination of people. And I'm like, all right, yo, what is it about this episode? It wasn't even like this last week. But what is it about this episode that make me feel like, yo, they about to die. Everybody about to die. Something's about to transpire. So while the goodbyes is taking place and we get a little somber music and Aaron and them riding off on the wagon to head to Oceanside and to Alexandria and the rest of those, Hilltop, whatever else they got to do, they riding out. We see Daryl hand Judith the 357. Like she hands the Rick's gun. She like, nah, I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit because if I hold that shit, then I'm gonna have to use that shit. And she went instantly back to a combination of Rick and Carl. Sounded just like them. Why can't we stay? These people need our help. This. Every time somebody say, yo, these people need our help, they fuck some shit up, bro. They fuck some shit up, I swear to you. But Judith was on some like, nah, I don't need no gun. Because if I got it, then I'm going to have to use it. And that's not what I'm trying to do no more. I'm not trying to be no killer, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, whatever. With this self-righteous bullshit, because it's in your blood. It's in your blood, at least your brother. It ain't your father's teachings. Daddy. Because Shane would have had that motherfucker. Man, listen, whole shit would have went. Listen, a lot of shit would have went different if Shane was still alive. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't think it would have been no show, though. But she sounded like Rick 100,000% on when he was on his journey, not killing Negan and holding him captive, and we can be better, and writing notes back and forth, Carl and Negan was, and shit's trying to be all squared away. Man, fuck all that bullshit, man. Take this fucking piece and let's ride out, man. Daryl is trying not to be here no more because he knows from an adult perspective, this place is fucked up. This place got its own shit with it, and we don't need no parts of this. Daryl sees that from an adult perspective. So he had to say to her, nah, that's enough, yo. We off that. Stop. Just stop. Cut that shit out. Just stop. It's over. We going. So he had to play the adult role there, and that's cool because she needed that. She needed to be, calm that shit down. We not even on that shit no more. Your mother not here, your father not here. Uncle Daryl's here. I'm your guardian right now, and I'm telling you to shut the fuck up. We out. You need to listen to me because if we stay here, shit gonna go sideways, and we ain't trying to be no part of that. We just trying to live our lives. We go back to another scene. Here go another third time. A third time now. We got now Carol talking to Cancer Shoulder, Ezekiel. And it's like, oh, what? Here we go, a third goodbye where something finna go sideways. He trying to stay, she trying to leave, she trying to get him to go set up shop. He like, yo, we all know I set out with Eugene back in the day to try to find something better for us. He trying to stay. He trying to be a help, a service to these people. And this place is way better than the kingdom ever was. I think because he had the kingdom set up perfectly to an extent, but he didn't have craftsmen, warriors, and people to do things. The Commonwealth brings people in based on skill sets, a rigorous entrance exam, and skill sets. We need doctors, lawyers, nutritionists. We need people like this all throughout the Commonwealth. He right now is running a fucking petting zoo. I don't know how to help people, but okay. He want this what he do. He want to be a farmer. He want to be Farmer John. Okay, cool. Ezekiel, you stay. But that somber, let's leave, let's get out of here, goodbye thing that they was having. Okay, so she like, yo, we can treat you. We can still treat you. Pamela said we can get some medicine. We can go back to our spot, treat you from there. Nah, I'm good here. He don't want to go, which is cool. A lot of people don't. But the adults who want to serve their purpose elsewhere realize that Commonwealth ain't it. It's too perfect. It's too right. That look that Negan had, like, yo, I would have took this shit a long time ago, last week. It just seemed too perfect. Even with them picketing outside the governor's mansion, it just seems too right. You know what I mean? And some people want that. Some people want that blissful, that ignorance. It just want to be, whisked away and walk down the street eating ice cream cones and shit. This is, it don't fit. It don't sit well with the adults who've been out in the shit this whole time. And like, yo, this shit seemed too Mayberry. This ain't right. This ain't right. We get a flash of them trying to get ready for this Founders Day festival that she announced, at the little gathering when they brought Hornsby back. And this festival is dumb, but it's something for the people to keep the people pretty much in check. But, to lull them to sleep with fake lotteries and the cotton candies and the fair and all this other bullshit. So she's getting ready for this, trying to give the son a fucking job to do because he don't do fuck all but drink and fuck shit up. So it's his legacy and all this bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And we seen this another side of Pamela where she like, yo, your grandfather, you are his grandson. Who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is President Milton? Who the fuck is this guy? Because he wasn't the president of the United States. Who the fuck is this dude? Who are the Miltons? And I even wrote that down. Who are the Miltons? Why should we give a fuck about who these people are? All you did was found the Commonwealth. I don't know nobody else named Milton in Walking Dead history. We'll probably find out, but you know, but I just feel like it was some more family drama where she had to expose him. You done fuck my shit up long enough, motherfucker. Then you're gonna act right and you're gonna do what I tell you to do for the good of the Commonwealth. I'm like, all right, yeah, finally, by the time you was a parent to this motherfucker, because he off gallivanting, thinking he could do whatever the fuck he want, entitled little shit. Then we get a flash from that. It's like more it was a nicely paced episode because it tied in. Everything tied in. If you go to a set of monkey bars, you bang, 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 you gotta flow with it, or you just gonna fall. You're gonna miss it wrong and then you gonna fall. But everything flowed because we went to her family drama to a contrast of Negan's new family and, you know, getting a sonogram and seeing his baby boo wife like, yo, I'm pregnant, you got extra fluid, but you in the right place because we got doctors and medicine for that, and that's all good. That's all good and well, right? But Negan looking at the sonogram picture like, yo, we should stay. He never said it. In my mind, that should have been his next line, but she came right out. We ain't staying this motherfucker, bro. He like, I mean, nah, we not staying in this motherfucker. We got people out there that's waiting on us to get some fucking results to come back. And we not waiting on that. We got to go back out there and get our people. Be with our people. These the motherfuckers that killed half our people and threw them off the fucking roof. Nah, yo, we not staying here. And Negan like, I feel you. But your safety and my family's safety is more important. And I get that. I get that. Like I said last week, Negan's trying to fucking retire, and he keep getting sucked in by these Rick motherfucking people, man. Rick, Daryl, all of them keep sucking him back into his old ways. He wanna hang up his leather jacket, man. He wanna hang up his comb over. He's ready to retire. But here she go, pulling him back out of some comfort, and you know that's another person who just wanna chill, Now I didn't really get the vibe with this scene. But I did get it with the combination of scenes of Pamela talking to Sebastian and then Negan talking to his wife. And I'm like, the combination there. You got Max listening to the Pamela-Sebastian conversation. And then you got Negan talking to his wife. You got two difference of opinions, two different scenes, two different dynamics and scenes. But you got four and a half people. I say 4.5 because Max was in the scene but not really listening. You got 4.5 people that I'll say this because I wrote it down just like this. I'm gonna say it like this. The whole first half of this episode, up until the doctor's visit that Negan and his wife went to, the whole first half of the episode read like somebody finna die. Somebody's gotta go. And it's just something about the way I watch shows. I look for Easter eggs and little tells and things that, a little foreshadow. I look for shit like that. And this show brought it right out the gate. Right out the fucking gate. Everything that Judith was saying to the intro all the way up to that point. And I'm like, yo, somebody is about to die. If not somebody, somebodies are going to drop. A lot of them. Because it's not something, it's eerily familiar to me of how we catch the villain and he's going to be persecuted and stand trial, and next thing you know, something bad happens. This episode read that entirely up and down. The first half of the episode read somebody is going to or has to die. Not only somebody got to die, but we are coming to the end. Like I said, this is the 7th to the last episode, which I hate to say it like that, but it just sounds weird. But yeah, this is, you know, we starting to get into the home stretch. Somebody gotta go, and it's really feeling like this was a finale episode or leading up to a finale episode. Something big is finna happen next week. Something big happened this week, but something bigger. We're leading to the big, and I really feel like this second half, these 8 episodes already, this is episode 2 of 8, but it's already better than the first part and better than the first half of the second part. Like, you really legit, if it's going to be 8 episodes, you legit could have made this a season 11, season 12 thing. But later in the episode, we see that, you know, Eugene is walking and talking to his baby boo, and I got the vibe because whenever Eugene is on the screen, something stupid about to happen. Something stupid about to transpire. And sure enough, I wrote it down. Eugene and Max about to do something stupid. So what do? They go and see Hornsby in prison. Now, he took him a couple candied apples from the fair as a little peace offering, because once upon a time when Eugene got locked up all them times for accusing his ex original baby boo, who we found out wasn't really, she was just a plant listening to the radio, all that other bullshit, his little underground conglomerate of people, his little faction that met upstairs in that little abandoned whatever the fuck. You know, Hornsby was treating him right in prison. You know, like, I understand, you're confused, blah, blah, blah. Here goes some treats. Here goes some sweet treats. Here goes some food. You know, so he did the same thing, taking them some candy apples, making them, you know, sweeten the deal a little bit. Literally, figuratively. Sweeten the deal, try to get some information on the Miltons. Why is it that Hornsby went right to, yo, you don't want to fuck with the Miltons, and I would be stupid to give you information to fuck with the Miltons. So I'm going to chill right where I'm at, and I would advise you to be careful, and I would advise you to advise your girlfriend to chill the fuck out and stay where she at, because she got a close ear to what's going on in that office. So maybe you just chill the fuck out and shut the fuck up and leave the Miltons alone. I want to know who the fuck the Miltons are. Get to the fucking point. Who are these people? Who are these people? Why should I be scared of them? Who are these people? Entitled rich white motherfuckers. Who are these people? They're no one to me. I've been out here in the shit fighting hordes of walkers. East Coast. Up and down the East Coast. Who are these people to me? Up and down the Mid-Atlantic. Who are these people to me? Nobody. Now I got another scene later in the episode where it felt so off to me. It felt entirely off to me. Because we see a group of I'm gonna call them stage hands, but the maintenance people, all in the suits, little jumpsuits. They all in the jumpsuits talking about good fortune. Every time somebody talk about good fortune, somebody die in the Walking Dead world. And he talking about good fortune. I can't wait till they call my name on the lottery numbers. They gonna call my numbers. They gonna call my numbers. And I'm like, oh, okay, randomly. But Baldy and Eugene's ex original fake boo gun all these motherfuckers down. That was my face the entire scene. Like, the fuck? But going backwards, there was a scene with him, same two, was cuckoo, cuckoo, outside of Hornsby's window. And he gave a head nod, like, activate plan X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, here we go. It didn't click to me until after they was all dead. The maintenance people, they was all dead. And shit was about to transpire at the fair. And here come these Thriller motherfuckers come around the corner. Oh, motherfucker. It's all a part of your plan from the prison. This motherfucker still got juice, still calling plays from a jail cell. They should have put a bullet in his bumper curl and called it a fucking day. He's leading the resistance right up under Pamela's nose. They should have called it a fucking day. I'm pretty sure that was part of part 2. Part of part 2's last episode, the part 2, season 11, was Eugene uncovering this underground faction run by Mr. Three-Piece Suit Man. You know, finding the gun that the bald dude had. And Hornsby's like, yeah, he's licensed to carry that weapon. That's his weapon. He's this. Defending him tooth and nail. Just like, what? And now we seeing it come to fruition, but it's only 2 people carrying out all of Hornsby's wishes from his jail cell. And Pamela go to get changed, take her little nap, take a little shot or whatever, get ready for the main event, which I was curious. When the maintenance people was talking about it, I'm like, what the fuck is the main event, man? What they got going on, man? What they got going on? So I'm like, all right, cool. Main event. But Max take the recorder in there and hit the button. Me solving the bloat, man. He gonna have a drink. We gonna have a drink together. Let me get this motherfucker to speak on it. Sure enough, he went right to what he knows, telling the spoiled, rotten truth to her. And he's just, you know, speaking what he normally would speak, but she hit record. Got his ass, put that shit on tape. Now, ain't no escaping. And the plan that him and her, Eugene, cooked up to play that in place of or in addition to his speech right after the main event, before they called the lottery numbers. I got the vibe that something was going to erupt because of the zombies thing. Well, because of the maintenance people getting shot. I felt like something was going to erupt along with, in conjunction with, or instead of, or at the same time, whatever. It was going to erupt before Carol and Daryl and Judith and everybody else could get the fuck out. They supposed to be packing. We got Daryl chasing Judith all throughout the Commonwealth looking for her because she don't want to leave. Listen, I don't give a fuck if you want to leave or you don't. An adult said, pack your fucking bags and let's fucking go. Here you go. I don't want to leave. Go hide out in the church. Listen, I'm sorry what I said to you earlier, but I meant it. You're going to pack your fucking bags and we're going to fucking leave here. And I'm going to hold on to the gun until you say, give me the gun. When you say, give me the gun, I'll get to you. But either way, we leaving. Okay? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not no parent, but I'm your guardian. So we get the fuck out of here. You got to chase her all throughout the town. And then the ruckus we see is the main event is a fucking Commonwealth WWE match. Like, come on with the bull. A fake-ass wrestling match is the main fucking event. Get the fuck off the stage, man. That shit was bullshit. Scripted, okay? Oh, my goodness, going to embarrass them wrestlers like that. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Mr. Captain Commonwealth walking around with a goddamn cape on. Get the fuck off the stage. That shit was cheesy. That shit was corny, man. Get out of here, man. Walking Dead Royal Rumble on the goddamn shit. Get the fuck out of here. And the same face I'm making, the same comments I'm making, that the same face Mercer had, like, man, niggas was alright. Couldn't take me. That's he just had the dumbest look on his face, like, okay, that shit was dumb. Couldn't take me in a battle if they tried. Suckers. And we fast forward to this Gump trying to read off the paper, and then he realized, like, yo, these cats ain't listening to me. People mumbling in the audience, like, man, fuck this thing. What he gotta say? He up there lying, yo. He lying. I know he lying. Listen at it. Look at the tremble in his voice. You hear all these murmurs in the audience. He like, all right, yo, let's cut the bullshit. Let's go ahead and say it from the heart. He tried to say it from the heart, like, you know what? I ain't no words that can explain what this mean to me. So I'm going to just get some help from my grandfather, the founder, on Founders Day. And here we go. And Eugene, Mr. MC, hits play and walks smooth off, bro. I don't know how they looped it, because that motherfucker was playing nonstop, in loop. And by the time he realized what was being said and who he said it to, the chase ensues. He's chasing Max throughout all these people. But while that's happening, here come the maintenance people around the corner. Now you got total pandemonium. People are enraged at what he said on that tape. Then you got walkers that made the breach. Shit's going fucking crazy. But he's got to get his hands on Max, right? And I thought the dumbest shit was that chase. You know, Judith, lost Daryl, or Daryl lost Judith, and she little, but that hat big as a motherfucker. I don't know how this hat that made it 11 seasons. The Walking Dead need to be about this fucking hat, but whatever. He done lost the motherfucking hat in the crowd. She got the thing on her, like, yo, give me the gun. She got the thing on her. I gotta help these people. She's shooting people. By then, these people that ain't had a good portion of the villagers, the good portion of the citizens of the Commonwealth just got chewed the fuck up by these 10, 12 zombie maintenance people. And shit going crazy. And in all of this ruckus, Sebastian is legit trying to get his hands on Max. And I'm like, yo, this ain't gonna go good, bro. Max about to lose. Like, for good. She about to lose out on life. Like, she got to die, yo. And nope. Here come Eugene. He finally get up against things. Oh, you rat bastard. You bitch, you slut, you this. Yeah. And here come Eugene with a motherfucking hit. Scoots him out the way. Scoot him out the way. He rumbles. He falls on the ground. And I legit thought that, yo, walkers is everywhere. It's ruckus. It's pandemonium. Everybody's got to run. Soon as Sebastian hit the ground, it was like a flash mob doing a Christmas carol in the mall. It's like a flash mob. Soon as he hit the ground, everybody around him stopped. Damn, that's crazy. You got a walker on top of him. Everybody like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Ain't nobody lift a finger to help this rat bitch. And I'm like, see, that's what you get. You treat people wrong, and when your time comes, man, they gonna let it happen. They gonna let your time come, man. Whole time. Oh my goodness, he trying to get the Walker's trying to get a whole solid chunk out of him. Somehow he fight him off. Somehow he stand up, he get away a little bit. Walker get all this, all that, and yank it out like some beef jerky. I went in for another piece. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that everybody, we talk about 50, 60 people, watched this motherfucker get ate. And I enjoyed that. Everybody stopped yelling and running and pushing and shoving and went, oh shit, that's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead back to my apartment. And I thought the whole fade out, wow, his speech, well, his bullshit speech that Max recorded was on replay, and the fade out with him saying what he said about the rich staying rich and the poor staying poor, and this, and I thought that was a great little cinematic feel to the episode to vibe out with him saying that while he's bleeding out in the fucking street, you know, and Judith ended it, you know, she shot the Walker, but at that point, her friends, the little Asian girl, and a couple other her friends see that, oh, Judith a hitter, bro. You know, yeah, we not fucking with Judith. Yeah. Meanwhile, everybody else is looking at the fact that Sebastian is yelling in agony and death screams because he got his whole neck chewed out. And I just, you know, I enjoyed it. I don't like where the Judith vibe is coming from, though. And it makes me uneasy going forward with her now being the narrator of what's going on. It's kind of like it's all from her POV. These last two, well, maybe not the last episode, but this one for sure was all from her POV. And I'm like, oh, well, the last one started out with her narration, you know, at the beginning of the episode, but I don't like that. I don't like that vibe because it makes me uneasy, because she was barely conceived at the beginning of this series. If the series ends with Judith's death and that hat being burned, I just feel like it was all for nothing. It was all for nothing. Rick's fight and will to survive and live was to make sure his kids and his family were safe and sound. Why is she doing all the narration? Like she gonna be the only survivor, or she gonna be the only one to die. I don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with the vibe, but whatever. You know, Eugene came in there with a smooth save, though, like, gave him a straight shoulder check. Got him up out there. Bang! Overall, it was a great episode. I do feel like I enjoyed it. I enjoy the trajectory of it. The final season is shaping up to be something worth watching. And I do feel even if they did chop it into 2 seasons, season 11 would have been just like season 10. It'd have been some bullshit that nobody was happy with. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of on the fence, but they should have just chopped it up. If there's going to be no news episodes at the new year, then you should have just chopped it up. You know, call it a wrap. It is what it is. But one supersized season, whatever. But yeah, these last 8 episodes are shaping up to be something to behold. I'm not having a problem with it, but I will say this. After these walkers was created and they breached the wall and created more walkers, Commonwealth finna be on lockdown. They about to be on lockdown, okay? Nobody in or out. That's why I'm like, yo, some shit was about to erupt before they left, but I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens next week. I've been saying lately, if you stick with me, I'm gonna stick with you. Rock with me, I'm gonna rock with you. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Go ahead and turn on your bell for notifications so you know when we're talking about the last and final episodes of The Walking Dead final season. Of course, I'm still doing She-Hulk and House of the Dragon and some other things to come. But make sure you turn on your bell for notifications so you know what I'm posting when I'm posting it. Yeah. But until next time, it's your boy Tiny Tim. On all socials, check me out at Tiny Tim Gaming 3. Here on YouTube at Tiny Tim Gaming, and over on Facebook at Tiny Tim Gaming. You can find almost all of the same content in all places. Wherever you like the social, I'm there. But if you don't see this logo with this handsome mug, that ain't me. I ain't there. So, until next time, it's your boy Tiny Tim signing out.